Well, hello. My name is Gant, and welcome back to Crystalline. Last time, we were walking from the camp to the city, and Kara didn't get cold. Like, it was really freezing, and she was the only one that didn't get cold. Maybe it's because she was hot, but who knows? We're here in the city, and now we're gonna do whatever the heck we're supposed to do. Find the air table, I think. Alright, let's get started. Although there's still a present chill in the air, the sun's bright rays warm us as it glints off the impressive buildings. The people here are well dressed and pay no attention to us. They must be used to seeing those from out of town. As we venture further into the town, I notice a lot of people heading towards the center of the square and into a large structure. What do you guys think that building is over there? Amy glances at where I point and brights up.
That is exactly where we need to be headed.
She speeds up, looking pleased. Oh my god, it's like a... I don't know. I literally don't know what to say. Let's play the game. I'm sorry. This is pretty cringe. It seems like everyone else needs to be there too.
Is there an event going on? What exactly is in there?
But Amy is out of earshot. We pick up the pace to keep up. When we enter, I'm blown away by the sheer magnitude of the place. Let's see how it looks. Why is it dark screen? No, I'm in the void. I can't see shit. Okay, here we go. The main door is open in the hallway, which split off into adjoining wings. One wing is labeled the library. This is a conservation. I can't read a large word, guys. This is a conservatory and a cultural center too. The conservatory does not allow visitors, but the cultural center seems to be hosting some sort of exhibit, and that is where the crowd of people are filtering into. Leanna breathes out in wonder as she takes in the hall. Kara cranes her neck to get a better look into the library. While Zack watches the crowd, Amy turns towards us.
The library in Allendale is renowned for its collection of rare tomes. It is the largest library in Havengard.
Ah, you're a bookworm nerd. Don't get me wrong, reading is good. I read from time to time, but, you know, it's not really my thing.
Since we are already aware the Wind Temple is in this vicinity, I hope that by cross-referencing the books in the library with the notes from Eldorism, I will be able to narrow down their exact location.
Ah, that's smart. Leanna nods.
Good idea. Do you need any help?
Amy shakes her head. No, you two are too all you guys are too stupid. You're not gonna be able to learn information better than me. How about you go stay in your corner, fucking fighter girl? Like, all you do is fight. I'm the fucking learner here, okay? Fuck off.
I am confident that I will discover the information we need sooner rather than later.
Look at her face. Kara grins.
You don't have to tell me twice. I've got some business of my own I'd like to take care of while we're here.
Okay. Zack narrows his eyes.
What kind of business?
Kara smiles sweetly.
I had no idea you took such an interest in me.
He crosses his arms.
I just want to make sure you aren't getting into trouble.
That doesn't sound like me.
Girl, you're always in trouble. We fucking stole from a casino. Okay, I think that's the only thing, but girl, you are trouble. You always like to break laws. What the fuck?
Alright, why don't we all take some time to relax and explore Annandale, and meet back up here afterwards?
I. Everyone agrees and goes to their separate ways. To my surprise, Kara follows Amy into the library. Zack and Leanna both move towards the exhibit and seem surprised by each other's choices. I take a closer look at the exhibit and see two signs. I guess the reasons there are so many people here is because there are two exhibits going on at once. One is on illusions of the mind, and the other one is about the heroes of Ascaria. Not Ascaria, Asteria. Leanna and Zack both walk towards the exhibit on illusions. Let's see what Zack and Leanna are doing. Illusions of the mind sounds like it can be interesting. Some of them are really clever. I entered the exhibit and catch up with Leanna and Zack. Hey guys. Zack nods.
Hey! I didn't know you liked illusions of the mind.
They can be fun. Leanna smiles and nods. The room is filled with different paintings and sculptures. People mill around each piece, squinting in concentration and quietly discussing. We decide to start at the one at the end of the room and work our way down. The first piece is one I'm very familiar with. It's a 2D painting of colored spirals. Leanna gasps.
It looks like it's moving.
Zack nods in agreement. We move on to the next one. It's a drawing of an elephant, but something seems off. Both Leanna and Zack squint at it. It's missing a leg.
Yeah.
Zack leans closer.
Wait, no it isn't.
Leanna counts.
Only 4 legs, but there looks like there should be more.
This is confusing. We murmur in agreement as we move on. I'm sorry. Every time I love PixelFade, they do really good games. But you need a little picture so I could see what they're looking at. Don't get me wrong, I could close my eyes and visual, but you could kind of do it, right? It's not that hard. Or maybe it is, I don't really know, As we study the next image, my face turns bright red. Is that a naked woman?
Dancing figures.
Leanna nods. Really? That's what you see? The two of them give me a strange glance.
Yes. What are you seeing?
A naked woman. Let's see. No, I think I'll be too embarrassed to tell him. Also dancing figures. Yes, that's too what I see. They shoot me one last confused glance before struggling it off and moving on. We pass a few more images, and both Zack and Leanna are in agreement of what they see in each one. They spot the old man in the old man or a woman image, and they saw the swan in the rabbit or swan image. Every time they agree, they grin at each other, and sometimes they even share a glance as if they were in a secret no one else knew. It's a bit uncanny how in sync they are with each other right now. I've never seen them get along so well before, or Zack smile so much at once. As we pause at the next illusion, a man ponders at the image. A man ponders the image thoughtfully. He wears a block robe with gold stripes, and a mess of blonde hair sits on top of his head. His blue eyes squint intently at the image as he ponders the illusion.
All of these images hold so much meaning. They're the epitome of understanding that not everything is as it seems. If you change your perspective, you're told a completely different story.
Okay, Socrates, the fuck? I'm sorry, just appreciate the art. There's no need to go on this fucking philosophical ramble. It's just an image. You like it, then move on. Shit.
I see these images and I wonder what it is the artist is trying to share. Which story is theirs? The one that I see first, or the one I understand after further study?
Man, you're fucking ugly. I think it's just the dude, like, the fuck. I think I'm not liking you because of, like, what the fuck you're saying, but I don't like your hair, I don't like your fucking blue eyes, I don't like your fucking white skin, I don't like your fucking whatever dress robes you have, I don't like your blonde fucking hair. Get the fuck out of here.
This piece has been especially interesting.
I sit here and ponder to myself, speaking out loud so people can hear me, so they can know I'm an intelligent man, and maybe I could find favor in their eyes without even talking to them. Not even once. So get the fuck out of here. You fucking monologue talking ass motherfucker. He turns to us.
Tell me, what do you see in this picture?
Leanna and Zack share a knowing look and grin.
It's obvious.
Yep.
They answer simultaneously.
Faces.
Vases.
Nope. The two of them freeze, their eyes wide in shock.
You meant to say faces, right?
No, they're clearly vases.
Dude, they're gonna fight for something so stupid, come on.
No, they're faces.
Unless faces look like vases to you, you're very wrong.
Leanna shakes her head.
How could you have been so right about all the others and so wrong about this one?
Come on, guys, it's... Really? We're gonna fight for a fucking painting? It's a painting that some dumbass drew, okay? It's not something to fight about.
Actually, in that last illusion, I didn't see a swan. I saw a rabbit!
How scandalous. Leanna gasped.
I trusted you!
Dude, I feel like I'm watching a novella right now. Fuck, I gotta translate every time I say words like that. Novella, like a soap opera, you know what I mean?
I thought that was the only time, but I see now that you've been wrong this whole time.
This is so stupid.
You're the one who's wrong.
No, there's no need to...
Leanna and Zack glare at him. Not right now, dude. Not right now. They're gonna fucking kill you. She has a sword. She'll just like decapitate you.
Not now!
Leanna suddenly rests her gaze on me.
What do you see?
Happy waifu, happy laifus. I see faces. Oh my gosh. Sisters before misters. I see faces. Bros before hoes. I see faces. There's like no option to be like, I see both. No, you gotta either pick her side or his side. And there's two for her and one for him. Happy waifus, happy laifus. I see faces too. Yes, sweetie. I'm sorry, Zack. Yes, cutie pie. I see faces. Leanna grins smugly.
Ha!
Zack shakes his head.
You two are perfect for each other. You have equally bad taste.
Dude, if this was an anime, I'd be like, what? Together? No, that's papa. Like, we'll be both blushing and shit. Leanna and I react at the same time. Fuck, is it gonna... Perfect for each other? What?
Bad taste?
That's what you heard? Leanna looks at me. I mean, bad taste?
Wait, what did you say?
I saw faces. Her smug grin returns and she spins back to Zack.
That's right. See? They're faces.
One of these days, my love, we will be together. My waifu. My waifu. Okay. Zack sighs.
You're free to believe what you want, even if it's wrong.
That's the perfect example of America right here. America, you're free to believe what you want, even if it's wrong. You fucking anti-vaxxers. God, I hate fucking anti-vaxxers. Okay, I'm playing a game, Gab. You're playing a game. No rambling, okay? Okay. She ignores his last comment, content with her win. The philosopher chimes in before the two of them can continue bickering.
Have you considered the possibility that you're both right?
No, because someone needs to be right all the time. You know, someone needs to be right all the time. Have you ever looked at Twitter? Everyone wants to be right. No one wants to be wrong. Or no one wants to be both right. Or both wrong. You fucking idiot. Like, oh my god. Sorry, I just have to say that because there's people that are like that. Like, they're not content with being like, oh, you're both right. No, you gotta pick a side now. You gotta pick a side now. Leanna and Zack stop arguing and look at him.
This illusion tells two independent stories, intertwined in a single piece of art. The precision, the illusion, wrapped in perfect symmetry. To understand another perspective instead of being rigid in one's own perception, that is the true intention.
Do you think this guy, like, he does the same stupid shit when he's like making a sandwich? A bread from wheat. A simple seed that grew and grew into a perfect size. Then we made it into bread. And this meat, let's say turkey, was grown by a baby turkey, and like it grew to be fat. You know what I mean? Like some stupid shit like that for like everything. I don't know, man. Leanna and Zack nod slowly, as if fully understanding and taking in what he said. Calm and pensive, they face each other again.
I guess it's possible that they're vases.
I'm glad your eyes are finally working.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm Zack. I was gonna say the same thing, like I would either get mad at the guy or like say what he said.
What? You jerk! You're supposed to say you see faces!
Nah, that's not how this works. What do you think, this is like a fucking fairy tale? No, the fuck?
Why would I agree with something wrong?
Their argument resumes, and I sigh deeply. Not this again. My gaze wanders the room, and I glance wistfully at the other illusions, wishing we can move on. Hey guys, let's move on. They don't hear me. Guys? Again, the two of them are too wrapped up in their argument to hear me. It seems like this is going to take a while. I guess I'll finish this exhibit on my own and check back with them later. Unnoticed, I slip away from the group and finish up the tour. Let's see what Kara's up to. Kara said she's going to take care of some business. In the library? I wonder what she's up to. I head into the library and find her along the shelves. Hey Kara. She smiles.
Hey there.
Checking out the section?
You could say that. I'm wondering if I have something that might interest them.
She pulls out the faded tome she found in the Earth Temple.
If this library is as extensive as Amy says, maybe they're looking to expand their collection.
Couldn't hurt to ask. I browse the book along the shelves. It looks like they got other old books here too. She pulls out a book and inspects its cover, then grins as she puts it back.
They've got Arius texts.
What the fuck is Arius text? Who are they?
The ancient civilization here. They're the people who would have built the Wind Temple. If they've got Arius tomes, then they're sure to be interested in what I've got.
Kara confidently approaches the librarian.
Perhaps you could assist me.
The librarian glances down his nose at Kara and sifts. and sniffs disdainfully,
Perhaps.
ignoring his haughtiness. Kara pulls out the book and places it in front of him.
Would you be interested in a Gaian text?
He leans closer to inspect it.
Where did you acquire this?
From one of the ruins. Unlike most of texts found, this one is very atypical. It's actually a children's book.
Surprise slips through his demeanor.
A children's book?
Kara carefully flips through the pages to show off the illustrations.
Yes, and you can tell it's Gaian based on the calligraphy.
She points to 2 different places on the page.
The Gaian's language didn't use punctuation, while the other ancient civilizations, such as the Arai, did. And the parchment itself is out of an animal hide, which is typical of Gaian culture.
Damn, she knows her shit. Kara continues to spout more and more facts. The more she talks, the more impressed the librarian seems. By the end of her speech, his frown is replaced with an interested grin. He further inspects the books and then nods in satisfaction.
Fascinating. And you're hoping to donate it to our library?
Well, donate for a small fee.
Like, oh my god, I'm not gonna do it if there's no money involved. Like, come on, what kind of a girl do you think I am? Like, what the fuck?
Ah, of course.
He lists a number which Kara pleasantly counters. They go back and forth for a while before the librarian finally nods. The 2 of them disappear for a few minutes, before Kara returns with a small pouch. She grins as she safely tucks away her pouch. How'd it go?
Not bad. I was hoping I could get a little more, but I still ended up with more than the initial offer. That's a win in my book.
I can't help but to be a little impressed. It must have shown on my face as Kara looks at me questioningly.
What is it?
I'm impressed you know so much history. I'm not gonna lie, I like watching histories, you know, like Genghis Khan and like great leaders. Like I like looking at the YouTube extra credits and like some other stuff. Like, man, learning about the past can really help better who you are, and learning about the future, being a better leader and everything, man. It's crazy what you can learn from all these people from back then to help improve yourself now. It's fucking crazy. So yeah, of course I'm impressed that you know so much about history. Nothing really. You just really know your stuff. I heard you explaining to the librarian how to tell the book was Gaian.
All in a day's work. It's important to do your research in my line of business. Don't want to be ripped off. Why don't we go check out the shops?
Sure, it'll be nice to see more of the city. Kara and I leave the building and wander the cobble streets until we come upon the marketplace. We browse a few of the storefronts. Kara mostly ignores the clothing shops and seems more interested in stores selling trinkets or antiques. While Kara peers through the window of shops, I overhear a father and a son talking in front of a sweet shop. The boy claps happily as his father hands him candy. His dad grins equally as wide.
I'm proud of you, son. Remember to keep up your studies. Maybe one day you can grow up to be a mage.
Thanks, Dad.
I don't like how that boy sounds. That sounds like a boy going through puberty. Thanks, Dad. Like, what the fuck? I would be like, thanks, Papa. Thanks, Father. Thanks, Dad. Like something like that, you know? I recall my father's face on how he looked when I brought home my first A. He looked just as proud and happy as that man with his son. He took me out to ice cream as a reward and told me to keep up my grades up. My dad never did that, because I was always fucking up in school. Ever since kindergarten, I used to, we would have a drawer, and like a filing cabinet, right? Like where I put my stuff and everything. And for kindergarten, they would give us like these little homeworks. Like it wasn't too hard to do it, but I never wanted to do them. I hid my homeworks there for a long time, and I put like toys and stuff over it. And it got so big that my dad opened it. He moved the toys, and he saw this whole fucking filing cabinet filled with fucking homework. And he's like, "What the fuck is this?" Well, he didn't say what the fuck. He said, "What is this?" Because my dad doesn't curse. And I'm like, I cried. I honestly cried. But I was in kindergarten, man. Come on. They shouldn't be giving kindergarten homework anyway. What is he doing now? Does he even know that I'm missing? A hand waves in front of my face.
Hello? Are you still there?
Kara looks concerned. Huh? Sorry, what's going on?
You okay there?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Kara. She's a friend. She's a homie. I gotta, you gotta tell your feelings. It doesn't matter. Don't be fucking macho. You know what I mean? Don't be like, I don't got no feelings, cuz. Or I don't got no feeling, Holmes, because you wanna know why? Cause I'm a man. Boom, boom. I'm un vato, un cholo. Like, no, fucker. You gotta say your feelings once in a while, you know? And that's what I do on this fucking mic. I just say my fucking feelings, you know? Yeah, let me talk to Kara. Sorry, I saw that father and son over there, and it just reminds me of home. My dad used to buy me ice cream as a reward for doing well in school when I was young. Kara's expression softens.
You never really talk about home. Sometimes it's hard to remember that everything is so up in the air for you. One minute you were living life as usual, and then in an instant all of that was ripped away and your life turned completely upside down.
Kara's voice increased as she talks. She seems to know exactly how I feel. We shouldn't talk about this anymore. Sounds like she speaks from experience. Like I'm dealing with it, don't worry. You know what I mean? Like shit. It is what it is. I don't have a choice but to accept what's going on and find a way around it.
That's a really smart way to think of it. I wish I'd understood that sooner too.
You too? That's surprising. She goes quiet. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry. It's just unexpected since you're always so confident. I got the impression you like traveling alone, and it's hard to imagine you'll be unable to handle yourself. Kara smiles softly.
I wasn't always like that. When I was young, I lived with my father in a big town. I went to school and gossiped with my friends and played with dolls just like every other little girl.
I can't imagine you playing with dolls. She laughs.
I love them. It's a bit embarrassing how many I had. My friends always liked to come to my house because I had all the popular dolls back in the day.
You realize I can't keep this information to myself, right?
Little girls like dolls. I'm not ashamed.
She starts to sound a little more like herself again.
Anyway, sometimes things happen out of your control, and all you can do is roll with the punches. I'm sorry that you've been feeling alone, and that it's taken me so long to notice.
I'm not lonely, thanks to everyone. Dude, I'm gonna cry because I don't really have friends or people to talk to, really. So, I'm gonna try to do my best voice acting performance. Let's do this. I don't feel so alone after talking to you. Kara grins mischievously.
You should save lines like that for Leanna.
Is that how Leanna feels? We aren't What? No, I didn't mean it like that. Kara laughs.
I know, but your reaction was worth it.
She glances down the road.
Let's keep going.
I nod. We walk around for a little longer to explore the city. We eventually return to the library and the exhibit hall and part ways. Let's learn about the heroes. I'm gonna burp. Yeah, let's learn about the heroes. I decide to attend the exhibit to learn more about the heroes of Asteria. Asteria, yeah. I follow the sign directing me into the Heroes of Asteria exhibit and see a broad wall with an enlarged portrait of 5 people. Below the portrait is the text, Heroes of Asteria. There are a few historical items on display, safely preserved behind a cube of glass. I see a rusty sword, which was found at the site of the first battle. On the wall is information about the War of Asteria. I begin reading. Okay, I don't want to read it in my normal voice because that'll be boring, so let's read it in a cooler voice. Oh, fuck. The War of Asteria began with the establishment of Void. Originally, shadow magic practitioners lived in harmony throughout the 3 kingdoms. A small faction began discontent with the status quo and abused the uses of shadow magic. As this faction grew, they become known as Void. They quickly turned into a dominant force and spread chaos throughout the kingdoms. The 3 kingdoms, Havengard, Vania, and Krezimar, have been in a constant state of land wars with each other. They pushing their borders and boundaries, and did not initially notice the rise of Void throughout the disarray. Void was free to ravage towns and cities within all 3 kingdoms, and the destruction was immense. It wasn't until the Heroes of Asteria emerged that tides of war changed. Although originally divided, the 3 kingdoms realized they had to work together to stop Void, and they collectively supported the efforts of the heroes. With their help, Void was ultimately defeated. The kingdoms recognized that their wars helped carve the way for organization like Void to grow, and they called a ceasefire. Together, they established their borders and found peace. All 3 kingdoms agreed that shadow magic was too dangerous of an element and banished its use. Thus, the Treaty of Asteria was signed. I heard tidbit about the War of Asteria, but this helps me understand the severity of Void Void's reappearance. They must have really wreaked havoc along the 3 kingdoms. There's an exhibit of the Heroes of Asteria as well. The Heroes of Asteria are the group of 5 people who band together to defeat Void Operation. Although they come from different places in Asteria, they each had the same goal: to do whatever it took to protect their country and people. I could read all of these. Okay, yeah, let's get the guy in the center, XZ. XZ grew up in a small town in Vanaya, but not much else is known about his past. Although wearing his classic smirk, he is known for his quick-witted jokes and cheerful demeanor. But beneath his bright demeanor, he is a formidable mercenary known for his powerful fire augmentation and martial arts. A natural leader, XZ likes to tackle his problems head-on. It's not uncommon for him to be the first to run into battle. After the war, XZ returns to his hometown, where he is honored as a hero. Let's see. Top right, the girl with the archery. Isabel is a skillful archer. Sorry. Isabel is a skilled archer from the desert dunes of Vanaya. Living in the harsh climate of the desert forced her to grow up quickly. She had a natural proficiency with a bow, and it wasn't long before she became deadly accurate with her shots. Parted with her casting abilities, she is a dangerous opponent and a great asset to the team. She used the environment to her advantage to target her enemies without being seen. Isabel began tracking Void operations at the start of the war, and was one of the main reasons the heroes were able to quickly find Void encampments. After the war, Isabel disappeared. No one has been able to track her movements, but many say that where there may be shadow magic, Isabel will be there to deal justice. Wait a minute, tracking Void carries a bow? Could the woman Broodman talked to back in Wolfston have been Isabel? My eyes widen. I briefly meet one of the heroes of Hysteria. That's awesome! Okay, so bottom left. Okay, so the girl right here. Odessa can always be spotted with her loyal pet's mink. Oh, I see, the fucking cat now. I wasn't really paying attention. I thought that was like a hat or something. Odessa can always be spotted with her loyal pet mink, Mediva. She grew up in Havengard and was a proud student of the Mage Academy. She excelled in her studies and was always in top of her class. Upon graduation, she was invited to join the Mage Guild. A skilled firecaster, it is no surprise that she was selected to assist the guild during the battle against Void. Her magical proficiency and understanding of alchemy made her a valuable addition. After the war, she returned to her alma mater in Havengard, where she became a professor. Her expertise continues to shape the young minds of our future mages today. Okay, we're gonna look at this guy, top left. Okay, before I could even read it, let me try to read his name. Rinks? I'm gonna call you Rinks. Rinks? Rinks was a student at the Zalamek Academy in Kresimar, where he studied to become a mage. He learned to conjure weapons of pure ice and a specialty of frost magic. Sorry. When the War of Hysteria broke out, Rinks left the academy to join the fighting effort against Void. Never one to think inside the box, he created and mastered a unique form of materializing weapons of all shapes and size. At the end of the war, he was invited to complete his studies at the Mage Academy in Havengard, which he accepted. He adjusted his studies to become a Mage-Knight due to his weapon conjuration technique. After graduating, he joined the Mage Guild. He quickly rose through the ranks and earned the highest honor a Mage-Knight can achieve, Class S. My lips are... Let me get a drink of water. Don't get me wrong, I love doing that voice, and I could probably do that voice. Like, reading sucks, but like doing that voice and keeping a constant flow of, talking, I could do it, but my voice gets really dry. Okay, let's read about Robin. Robin spent his younger years in Havengard. He was a lively man who had a fondness for song and a knack for poetry. Kind and gentle in nature, he was often found reading the texts of past histories. Even in his youth, he had a passion for helping others. He had a skill for wind magic, but he only used his cast to protect others, and only when he felt the situation was dire. Regardless on how infrequently infrequently he chose to cast it, it did not listen just how powerful a mage he was. After the war ended, Robin disappeared. Many believe he may have been killed in battle. Nevertheless, Asteria chose to remember him for the hero he is, a savior of the kingdoms. This is pretty interesting. I can see why the heroes are so respected. I continue browsing the exhibit until I've seen all there is to see. I'm ready to call it a day. The sun you know what? Hold on. Should I end it there? Nah, let's go for a little bit more. The sun is... You know what? Yeah, let's end it there. I think after that nice story, I think that's a good place to end it. I don't know. If you agree, I don't know, leave me a comment. Maybe I can make this like an hour or two. An hour or two, come on. Like an hour, because I don't know. I don't want to do 2 hours like the beach episode for Athena Enigma. I don't want to do that shit again. Because last time I was really fucking tired. And maybe if I want to do like 3 hours, I would like make a Twitch account. Ooh, I should fucking Twitch. Like fucking read visual novels. You don't have to look at the time, just go like 3-4 hours. Fuck, that would be cool. I'll think about it. But if you like this video, I'm losing my voice. If you like this video, please, if you like this video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and leave a comment. Well then, as always, farewell, and see you next time. Alright then, bye bye.